begun to verdict day.
This is the most anticipated exit poll. 5.8 lakh sample when we last counted. Remember, polling still on. As we get this evening off, Rajdeep and I want to give you a sense of what's at stake, Rajdeep. Can Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the BJP script history by winning a third term? Remember, in India, only Pandit Nehru has won 3 straight terms. Indira Gandhi did serve for longer, but that's also because that includes the period of the emergency. 10 years, 11 days. Prime Minister Modi standing at the wicket and still batting. Indira Gandhi at 15 years and 350 days. He's left Manmohan Singh behind at 10 years and 4 days. And he's on the heels of Jawaharlal Nehru at 16 years, 286 days. Can he beat that record? Remember, this is not just Indian history that could potentially be scripted. International democratic history is also being tested. Margaret Thatcher, remember, in her third election, her majority actually came down, as did Tony Blair. She served for 11 years, 208 days. Franklin Roosevelt served 4 terms as President of the United States. Pierre Trudeau, Justin Trudeau's father, served 15 years, 164 days. So there's a lot of history that's at stake. I mean, we're only looking at leaders who've been democratically elected. The maximum that someone served is the leader of Ireland, who served for 23 years, Eamon Valera. So you've got a lot of history, Rajdeep, and this is the man Prime Minister Modi wants to beat, as he wants to go down in history as India's longest serving Prime Minister. Will that happen? We'll find out in the exact poll today.
That's right. It's not easy to win 3 consecutive elections. So all eyes, of course, will be on Prime Minister Modi. But as we've seen in this campaign, this has been a campaign where clearly what seemed to be, some believed, a no contest has become tougher by the week. And there are all kinds of speculation. Could this actually be a 2004 moment? Remember, there everyone thought Atal Bihari Vajpayee was going to win the election. The United UPA alliance eventually trumped him in 2004. Could we go back to 1984 when, remember, Rajiv Gandhi won 414 seats? That's the highest that anyone has won. So that's where the 400 par comes from. And then you've got 1977, where the mighty Indira Gandhi was felled. So you've got 77, you've got 84, you've got 2004, and of course you've got what happened in 2014 and 19 when Prime Minister Modi went up from 282 seats right up to 303. So purely in terms of history, Rahul, I think there's excitement because, as you said, it's not often that you can score 3 consecutive elections victories. It's never happened since Jawaharlal Nehru, and that goes back to a very long time. And also because I think the nature of competition in Indian elections has become much more frenzied, state by state competition. So what we are going to look at is not just national elections, but actually lots of state by state battles.
And in the international polls that we've seen this year, there's been a lot of anti-incumbency at play. So will we see that reflect in India, or will India be an outlier? Let me take you through the methodology that's been used by Access My India and the India Today group in this mammoth polling exercise. 5.8 lakh respondents till last evening. And remember, we've polled in every single constituency. So all 543 constituencies. We went to a whopping 22,288 villages and cities. This poll was conducted over 43 days. So soon after the first phase of polling, we got down on the ground. And remember, the India Today Access My India team has polled 4 times over. So you're not seeing the result of one poll, you're seeing the results of 4 face-to-face. This is not catty, there is no AI. This is done the old style, face-to-face. You go out, pen and paper with your tablet, speak to voters. 534 parliamentary seats, 912 surveyors, 3,607 assembly seats. Now this is important because there are a total of 4,200 assembly constituencies across the country, which means at the assembly seat level, you had physical coverage of 3,607. It's a very robust exercise. And we're hoping, because of how robust it is, Rajdeep, once again it proves to be the exact poll.
Look, an exit poll is the trailer. The main course will come on Tuesday. But I think it's a trailer which is interesting and fascinating because it will give you insights, not just as to the big numbers, which of course we will give, But why people are voting the way they are, the gender divisions, the other divisions that come in when it comes to an election, and that gives you a sense who's winning, but more importantly, why they are winning. And that, I think, is what's going to make this distinctive, particularly because, as Rahul said, the sheer spread of the Axis My India poll. And remember the old theory, and when Pradeep Gupta comes, I'll remind him, he gets the poll right, we take the credit. He gets the poll wrong, Pradeep Gupta will have a lot to answer for.
You know, I don't agree with that, because you can't say the glory is mine, the infamy is his. I mean, you sing together, you rise together. Hopefully, we're quite certain that we're getting the poll right. So we'd much rather take part of the glory than say, okay, he gets all the blame. In any case, you can't give him the blame because social media and everybody else won't let you. So you have to, you sing together, you rise together.
And guess what's happened? Just a few minutes ago, the Congress party has now announced that they will participate in the exit poll. In fact, the entire India Alliance. You know, it's strange. 24 hours ago, the Congress was emphatic that they would not participate. Then you have an India Alliance meeting today where other partners apparently said, look, we want to go and we want to tell our story. So when you have an alliance, typically it's not one party who can decide. So the Congress party was actually apparently overruled at the India Alliance meeting. And Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, is actually responding to some of those queries that are being put. What explains the confusion at the moment in the India Alliance when it comes to exit polls?
और उनके साथी लोग खास करके एग्जिट पोल पे बहुत वो लोग चर्चा करेंगे और इसीलिए लोगों में कंफ्यूजन नहीं होना और वो जो नैरेटिव देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं उसको हमने सच्चाई इस देश के लोगों को बताना चाहते हैं। इंडिया गठबंधन कम से कम 295 सीटें प्लस 295 से ज्यादा आएंगे, कम तो नहीं आएंगे। ये हमने आकलन किया कि सभी हमारे नेताओं से पूछने के बाद ये एक आंकड़ा हमारे पास मिला है और इस आंकड़े में कोई बदलाव नहीं है। ये एक जनता की सर्वे है, हमारा सर्वे नहीं है। जो जनता ने सीधा हमारे को कहा है और हमारे नेताओं को जो इंफॉर्मेशन दिया है, ये इंफॉर्मेशन पहुंचाया है, उस आधार पर ये हमने आज आप लोगों को बता रहे हैं। सरकारी सर्वे तो होते हैं क्योंकि उनके पास बहुत से आंकड़े बनाने का, बिगाड़ने का ये पहले से भी है और उनके चंद जो मीडिया के दोस्त हैं उसको हाई फाई करके वो भी लोग बताते।
Okay, Mallikarjun Kharge there addressing a press conference. Remember, all the India Alliance partners coming together. Trinamool Congress not there because Kolkata is voting and Mamata Banerjee has decided that she would not send a representative there. But all the other parties were there at that meeting. Now,
so does she still think of herself as being in the India Alliance or she's had enough?
Look, I think everyone is going to look at what are the numbers on Tuesday. A lot of the alignments on both sides could take place depending on the numbers. At the end of the day, it's all about numbers. If the Congress does well, they become a magnet for the alliance. If the Congress doesn't do well, many of these so-called allies will drift away to fight their own elections, Rahul, because remember, there's a big election in Maharashtra coming up where you've got an India Alliance, you've got elections coming up in Delhi. So all these allies will just look at the numbers is the way I see it.